Hello, Philip here, and in today's video we are going to be building something. Behind me is a bunch of parts, and all of them have a purpose, and without even one of them, well, most of them, this machine would not even operate. So this should be pretty interesting. I got the little tiny bags. They got little tiny parts. This I got the background check for, so I don't think it counts as a ghost gun, because that's always important. Ghost guns, they strike fear into the heart of liberals. This part is very important to what I'm building, but I'm going to set this aside since this is already completed. The upper receiver. So, here is the magazine release. Gotta put the spring on this side. Then gotta get this button threaded. Let's test it out. Locked in place. Let's see if it falls out. Yep, mag release works perfect. So I'm putting on my handle and I ran into a slight problem. My Allen wrench doesn't go down far enough, so I just get one turn. Oh, now I gotta reset it to tighten my handle. Alright, reset and turn. Now I gotta reset again. Slow process. Cock the hammer back and pull the trigger. Well, I'll pull the trigger, but I don't want it to damage this. So there we go. Functioning. Now I've been at it for a while, so I'm trying to decide if I should try and finish it tonight or if I should get some sleep so I have a good day at work tomorrow. Finally got the stock on, and it's adjustable too. It can telescope depending on your situation. You just pull this lever here and then different lengths. That's pretty cool. Hey, so it's been a couple days, not for you, but for me, and here is the final product. So this is an M4. I designed this to look just like an M4. And there are two differences because an M4 is the current rifle in the military and it's replacing the M16. But I would have a felony if I had an M4. But the differences that are in it, at least the ones I'm aware of, this barrel is slightly shorter. M4 would have a barrel about this long. And this says auto, but this gun doesn't actually do auto. That's just a tribute to the M4. As well as this says right here, property of the US government. This isn't the US government's. There is a point to this video that is easy to notice when you're building something complicated like this machine. So let's go back in time. Remember all the parts on the ground before this gun was made. They, not in a million years, not ever, would come together and make this rifle. I'll give you an example of one of the parts that could not have done it. There's pins on here that are shaped like this. They're a piece of metal with a slit going down the middle that are supposed to go in these holes, but these holes are too small for the pins. That's not going to go in unless somebody's got a hammer. And speaking of this, it took us a long time. My wife even assisted me and helped hold something in place, and she got a little bruise on her hand. And another example I guess I'll give, when I was working with the hammer and the trigger, trying to push it down with my fingers, which I can still feel the impact on my fingers, like took some serious force. But while I'm pushing it down, I have another pin that I gotta stick through a hole while it's lining up. But the only way it lines up is I gotta keep it pushed down all the way to stick it down the hole. That's not an accident. These pins are not gonna go in place without a designer behind it. So that's just a small example, but let's think about a bigger picture here. Let's think about before anything existed, before anything had a purpose. Then you believe matter created itself. The space for the matter created itself. Energy created itself. And so did time create itself. Atheists definitely have the burden of proof. Just remember, design is evidence of a designer. There is 0 examples of something being its own original creator. No examples. 0 examples. Prove me wrong. Think about it. Think about what I said. Prove me wrong. This gun is making the hogs and all the deer so scared. But until next time, I will see you guys.